Welcome to Glove Talk, your weekly news in boxing. If you enjoy this kind of content, make sure to hit the subscribe button. If you enjoy the video, make sure to hit the like button. With that said, let's get into the news. Okay, so we are talking about Alexander Usyk versus Derek Chisora. And I'm going to be talking about what do we know, and then I'll give you kind of a little bit of a breakdown of what I think of everything, and then we'll go on from there and kind of, I'm going to be doing a full fight prediction video later on once we get a little bit closer. So what do we know is that it's going to be on October 31st. It's going to be on Halloween, kind of a fun date, I think. It is not going to have a live crowd. We do not know location right now. I am going to predict it's going to be in the UK most likely, mostly because I think that makes a little bit more sense. It is going to be pay-per-view, so it's going to be Sky Sports pay-per-view for you UK fans. It is going to be on DAZN for us Americans. And so now let's kind of break down a little bit about each guy and why this is, I think, an interesting fight. So let's start with Alexander Usyk. Usyk needs this fight to stay busy. He really does. He hasn't fought in a year, and that was against Witherspoon, who was not much of an opponent for him. So this is a good fight for him as a stay busy fight. It's definitely a more attractive fight than fighting someone that would be an easy pushover. I think this is a fun fight because both Alexander Usyk and Derek Chisora, I don't know if you guys have been seeing what they've been doing online. I'll do a quick cutaway and I'll show you guys kind of their messages that they've been sending to each other.
Derek!
Hello? Hello?
I'm coming for you!
Let's go, man. Let's go. Hello?
Derek!
You sick? Ha!
Oh, goddamn.
Hello?
Okay, so like as you guys saw, these guys are fun guys to watch. They have a lot of personality. I think that the press conferences will be fun to watch. I like both guys. I think they're two of the funniest guys that we have in boxing. So, regardless of how the quality of the fight, I think we'll get a little bit of entertainment from that. So Alexander Usyk, like I said, has not been busy for a year. Now we have the fact that whoever wins this is the WBO mandatory. They have to fight Joshua, and that is a problem because Joshua wants the Fury fight. So it's talk now, there is talk about Joshua vacating the WBO belt to get the Fury fight sooner. And quite honestly, I don't blame him. I don't see why not. I mean, whoever wins between AJ and Fury is the number one guy in the heavyweight division. There's no question about it. They're going to have a rematch. The payday for both fights is going to be massive. Why would you roll the dice with Alexander Usyk when you could just fight Fury, get two massive paydays, and then if you win, if you're AJ, because he does have a possibility of beating Fury. I personally would favor Fury, but still, he could still win. If he wins, especially if he wins the rematch, then you can just fight Alexander Usyk for unified for the WBO. Makes sense to me. I don't have a problem with it, honestly. But, I think that for Alexander Usyk, like I said, he hasn't fought in a year. Before the Witherspoon fight, it was another year, and that was the Tony Bellew fight, which was a good knockout on his part. But this is a really good test for him. Alexander Usyk has not shown to really have crazy power. We know that he's incredibly technical. He's a very gifted fighter. He's almost perfect when it comes to, his technique, his execution of stuff, his game planning, but the power is not his forte. That's not what people watch him for. You watch him to watch an incredible boxer. So it will be interesting to see how his power translates with a little bit more serious heavyweight, which is Derek Chisora. So let's talk about Derek Chisora now. This is a great fight for Derek Chisora, and I'll tell you why. So last year was a good year for Derek Chisora. After he got knocked out from Dillian Whyte, which was a brutal knockout, that was a pretty competitive fight. And now that in the light of the Povetkin fight, who knows if they had a rematch, another rematch, they could it could have went either way. Derek Chisora, if he landed a good shot on Dillian Whyte, maybe could have won that fight. But regardless, last year was a good year for Derek Chisora. He had a comeback fight, which is against Gaethje. Gashi, don't know how to pronounce his name, but it was just a basic tune-up fight for him, something to kind of get his confidence back. Then he fights Spilka, knocks out Spilka in the second round, then fights David Price, knockout in the fourth round. So right now, Derek Chisora has confidence, and I like that. I like a confident Derek Chisora. So going into this, he has nothing to lose. What does Derek Chisora have to lose for this fight? He's not supposed to win. He's the underdog. If he wins, he becomes WBO mandatory. This is his best chance at a title. Honestly, it is. He's not going to get in the ring with AJ or Fury, especially Fury again. So neither one of them are going to give him a shot. Why would he not take this chance? If he somehow knocks out Alexander Usyk, he becomes WBO mandatory. If Josh vacates the belt because he doesn't want anything to do with Chisora, he's just like, I'll deal with you later. I'm going to get this payday. And that's great for him. I mean, he's getting up there in age. He's not going to get a lot of opportunities. If he loses, like I said, he loses nothing. If he wins, he gains everything. So this is a perfect fight for him. He knows that Alexander Usyk's not going to bring anything to the table in terms of power that he hasn't felt. Derek Chisora has felt every kind of heavyweight's power that there is. So he knows what he can take and what he can't take. Hence why he probably made that video towards Alexander Usyk. Is Usyk going to give him problems? Yes, absolutely. I expect to see a frustrated Derek Chisora. But you just never know. I personally have Alexander Usyk winning by unanimous decision. I'll do a whole fight breakdown and prediction like I said, but that's kind of my initial thoughts right now. Let me know what you guys think down in the comments below. Are you excited about this fight? Are you not excited about this fight? Who do you have winning and how do you have them winning? I just thought I'd make a quick video for you guys, give you the facts that we know and give you a little insight to it. And with that said, we'll talk to you guys later. Thanks.